So it would appear.
And we were saying about work, it being work.
Oh, yeah, just... It's so much, God, what's the word that I was thinking of?
Stuff to keep track of.
That... Obligation. It's so much obligation. It's like, okay, I have to commit my entire evening this night, and this night, and this night, and this night. Okay, now that I've done that, I have, like, 7 minutes to do anything else.
I mean, I suppose it would depend on what day it was.
At one point, it was pretty much my entire Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
My capture card does that thing where it just, like... does that.
Why does that keep happening?
I don't know, I thought it was, like, a time-based thing. But it's not. It just arbitrarily happens, I guess.
Was driving away
it's
from
gotta
the
be game capture hiccuping for some reason.
I mean, it was like... Originally there was like an extra 30 seconds on the video, on the beginning of the video, because I'm just like, okay, well, maybe that's why it does it. But no, it just does it. So these people were probably turned into Taken recently, if their light is still on inside the tent.
Yeah, I would say so.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
And granted, I suppose it helps that I have... I'm not going to say an abundance of free time, but I have enough free time where I could be in 4 games, and not be too bothered about it.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the
really,
story
it kind of
goes.
depends on who else I'm playing with. Because otherwise, well...
I had seen it in my dream.
Otherwise, I just enjoy playing it to the point where it's like, okay, well, it doesn't really feel like work or an obligation.
There's that aspect to it too, yeah. I think with not our most recent group that you and I were in, but the other group that I was in, I have been gaming with those folks for so long. Just, it was starting to feel like more of an obligation than a recreational use of my time. I was just getting burned out.
And then the light burnt out for some reason. Why? Who knows?
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Well, this flashlight is so bright we can't read the words as they're illuminated, so...
Something about this Taken are filled with darkness, I think. A flashlight doing its job a little too well.
Yeah, just wait until you get the industrial-sized flashlight. That fucking thing.
One of the ones with a handle.
Yeah.
Behold, a single Taken.
Wow, that was an epic confrontation.
Just to make you waste one shot of your shotgun ammo. I think it probably helps my case that I have an unhealthy enjoyment of making characters.
Yeah, I prefer making a character and then evolving that character, I guess. I like sticking with characters for a very long time. So I get a little frustrated and upset when campaigns end abruptly to do two things, and I wind up having to make like 3 or 4 different characters.
Literally did not even see that taken.
Ouch. He's fucking nailing you.
Well, the other one came out of the bush. Actually, didn't he? Anyway, I'm the kind of person who will make one character for a setting and then, like, that character's extended family, friends, distant relatives, friends of those distant relatives.
Yes, you like to build complicated family trees for, like, literally every character you create. And
well, not so much family tree, so much as just like
social trees, I guess.
Yes, a social tree, a relationship chart.
Yes.
It feels lazy if I don't flesh out a character at all.
Anybody here?
I'm all for fleshing. Whoa.
Barry.
Oh, Danny boy.
What are you? Don't! I'm sorry!
Anyway.
I have completely lost my train of thought.
Characters.
Fleshing people out. Right, yeah, okay. I'm all for fleshing people out. I just don't want to flesh them out and their relatives and their relatives' relatives and their friends and their friends and their friends.
It makes you see.
I don't get into it to the same level that you do.
Yeah, I don't have a faucet, I have a floodgate.
My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him.
That floodgate is held shut by, like, duct tape.
Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's something bad guy who wrote this crap anyway.
Sick burn.
I feel like I would try to take that personally. Even though Alan probably wrote that part.
Of course, you know Alan wrote that part. Ow.
I've run through every
I mean, even though I knew, if I knew I wrote that bit, if somebody said that to me even while they were dying about my story, I'd just be like, "Are you dead yet?"
Kill her and me and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will
You're like,
consume everything.
get on that.
This is what it's wanted all along.
Everybody's a critic.
It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me.
Now,
Her in
originally I thought that scene was going to be foreshadowing about something happening to Barry. Fortunately, I was wrong. They did not.
Spoilers, Barry lives.
Yeah.
Only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way. Near escapes. Cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die.
But I'm totally cool with just kind of killing people off as need be.
I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Everybody gives Uncharted shit about that whole, like, Drake not really, like, suffering from the ramifications of killing a bunch of dudes. That's, like, spur of the moment stuff, whereas Alan's, like, deliberately doing so. I suppose I actually did jump there.
That was one of the better jump scares in the game. And it wasn't just to scare the shit out of you, it was... you know, a legitimate fucking threat.
I probably would have been fine had I had the camera turned over Alan's other shoulder.
The front door was locked.
Why? Who knows?
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Gotta go fast.
I like how annoyed Alan sounded there. The front door was locked.
And like, how did this dude climb in through the window?
Why is there an outhouse?
I didn't see a bathroom in that
If
house.
Barry wasn't up here, he was
True.
probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
It's fucking delicious. Critics said it's fucking good.
I was gonna put on like some sort of something country sounding, but I don't have anything country sounding.
Critics said it's
I don't
Motherfucker.
I don't listen to that stuff. Not quite.
Oh well, just keep going.
Well,
Oh.
Give me a chicken tender.
it's wise to kill them all anyway, so.
Fucking good.
Game very deliberately being like, no. That's as far as you go, fuckface.
And the House of the Dead overkill title screen music is now just making me think of that one commercial for Shadows of the Damned.
Enlarge your Johnson.
Muy, 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 muy bueno.
So like, how did the guy that went to jail get past this stuff?
I really don't know.
And where did this guy even come from?
Well, he was on his way to rob the local 7-Eleven, and then, you know, the darkness did its thing.
Probably came from the cliff. Shit, what the hell was that in the background? A loon? I think that's what those are.
Oh, what?
A loon? That distant bird call.
Oh. Maybe?
Okay, I pointed the light at the tractor. I didn't see an arrow before it.
I got what you need!
And that's flashbangs.
Huh.
And then I got hit by a copyright strike by, what's his name, Tommy Tallarico.
I would not be surprised.
The next generation for a special news report.
Oh, I love The Critic. Such a good show.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
What do you think?
Oh, man.
Do you think Barry was lying? Or no, that Odin and Tor were lying?
Out! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them! God damn.
Rock and roll.
I'm so glad
Ladies
you
and
decided
gentlemen,
to go it alone, Mr.
This is the beginning of the best sequence in this entire fucking game.
I don't know, the music isn't really my bag. Is this like Led Zeppelin-ish?
Huh?
Is this like Led Zeppelin-ish?
I'd say no. This is more like really early Aussie, like maybe Black Sabbath, like late Black Sabbath, early Aussie.
God listens to Slayer.
Yes. You know what this makes me think of? This makes me think of a game I can't remember the name of. Yeah, I'll get it. Well, there's that fucking flashlight that blinds you as soon as you turn it on. I hope you didn't like looking at things, because now it is literally impossible.
Only if you're actually, like, looking at the flashlight when you turn it on.
Ooh, ow. That, like, lights out the whole recording.
Yeah, sure, stay in one place.
Brutal Legend! That was it. Jesus Christ. This makes me think of Brutal Legend.
I'll be back, covered in metal god love.
Oh, God.
Ozzy in his element. Isn't there gonna be a second one? They just really haven't fucking done anything with it.
Maybe.
Like Beyond Good or Evil, too.
Except that Beyond Good or Evil 2 actually turned out to be a thing.
It's just gonna be a thing in, like, 4 years or 5 years.
I still need to play the first game. I actually have it. I just haven't played more than like 5 minutes of it.
I think I played like an hour, 2 hours of it.
They are trying to kill us. That's the high point of my line? Really?
Yep.
Just like Bloodstain's gonna finally be out this year, maybe.
He's got a shot.
This fall, I think it was supposed to be out.
Perfect while I headbang.
I got a email the other day just asking, like, hey, be sure to clarify which physical version of Bloodstained you want.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh yeah, I guess that's coming out this year, probably. Thanks for that assist, Barry. I think I had it well under control.
As I said, rock and roll.
That was awesome! Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
I probably could have used the pump action a little bit sooner, but eh.
Yeah.
I had it well in hand.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Thank you, Barry.
I love that the game, like... Okay, so... A rock concert in the middle of a freaking survival horror game. It's ridiculous in concept, and yet the game built up to it to the degree that it makes sense in this story, and it was fucking awesome.
Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Thank you, Alan, for supplying the snark that I no longer need to.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
I think Barry did a pretty good job.
Yeah, really.
Of course, Barry also probably just climbed over all the fences and stuff.
Yes, because he's actually, physically capable of doing things, unlike Alan, apparently.
Hey, he's not the protagonist. He's not hindered by...
Hindered.
Hindenburg. by waist-high fences, ankle-high rocks.
True. Holy shit, yeah. Being the protagonist isn't a blessing, it's a goddamn curse.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Oh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
Sick
I
burn.
think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Alan took that one kind of personally, I think. Though I suppose, in all fairness, it was pretty personal.
Kinda, yeah. I like that Barry just takes a moment to fuck with Alan, though.
You look at that thing.
I mean, it's not like Barry had anything to do other than stand down there.
Yeah.
Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for them.
I didn't actually mean to cut Barry off, but
Sleep.
Oh, another one of these.
Long dreams in its soft embrace, somewhere between
Hey,
fantasy
I like how Barry reacts to it.
Your first real writing job. What got you started?
into waking
Is this one of your
life,
episodes?
or vice versa. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode: The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
oh, Barry.
Join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation.
See, this one was actually good, I thought.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until his highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys. And they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat...
Oh.
Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
But how do they do that?
Something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us. It's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
And then I stood there for a minute like, okay, was there any more to that? Was there an outro? There was not. As an aside, there was not.
Okay, yeah. Just cutting the static right there, that was actually good.
Man, if I'm a dream, I would like the person having this horrible nightmare to wake up now.
I have a couple of stories about that. Like, literal stories I've written.
Imposing.
You're,
Almost like a battering
this
ram.
nightmare you've concocted subconsciously or deliberately is gone on long enough. Joke's over. Haha, it was funny. Nobody was laughing, but you gave it a good go.
Wow, these guys actually got around.
Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge. Immigrant song.
Do you want to get stricken?
Well, it's only happens if the song actually plays. Neat.
Where do all these 7-Eleven muggers keep coming from? That's like half the population of Bright Falls trying to rob the local convenience store.
I like how, like, nothing happened to Barry down there either.
Yeah, they're all unduly focused on Alan.
But granted, Barry's not actually inside the building.
But obviously there are taken outside the building. Including that douche.
Okay, you do that. Fuck this, I'm out of here. Why run when I could just let him tire himself out?
I think we can make it through here, Al!
This dangling electrical wire doesn't look dangerous at all.
That dangling electrical wire that I almost actually ran into.
That would have sucked.
There's that red chair again.
Then we would have been attending Alan's wake.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I'll see myself out.
Why fight them myself when I can just let the game do it for me?
Now you're thinking like you're playing Dark Souls. Or something. I don't know. Haha! What a shocking turn of events.
Bye-bye. Ammo conservation. I'm not quite sure why electricity, like, immediately kills them.
Because electrical arcs, like you get with a power line grounding to someone like that, they're about as bright as the sun.
Doesn't it require, like, a metal surface usually? I mean, I know the human body can perhaps
Those geezers at
unwillingly accept
You know what, Al? If we make it through
the
this
sudden
alive,
introduction
I'm
of
gonna
electricity,
represent them.
but
Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way. I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
that one obvious door that's slightly darker or brighter than everything else around it.
No, I don't remember exactly where I read it, but evidently what Barry is talking about here, he actually goes on to do after the events of the game.
Probably mentioned in American Nightmare. I mean, that's the only other piece of Alan Wake media. I guess aside from the book, that is a novelization of the game. Anyway, next time on Radical Bromance,
a game about a book about a game about a book about